Okay, I am coming into planetary approach in the Rover with its big old funky jetpack. We're about 100 kilometers away from the drop site. So let's check the frame shift drive on. Unable to establish a supercruise. Okay, so we've stopped in space. Let's orient ourselves towards the planet. So we're aiming for the big patch of desert down there. We may have to drive the last couple 100 kilometers. So let's point this at the planet. We may be too close to the planet to do a supercruise. Alright, so let's orient this nicely, get the thrusters going, turn our dampeners off, get up to speed. So the plan is, we fly this into atmosphere, we disconnect the thruster pack up the top, and then we drop the rover onto the planet. I have no idea how this is going to go, because I've never done this before, and I didn't test this before I did it. So the planetary gravity should go up to 1.0, but at about 0.5, we'll disconnect the thrusters, and we'll turn the dampeners on for that pack, and it should just lift off of us. So we'll just free fall for a bit, and then hopefully when we detach, the thruster pack clears the rover. So we're coming up on 20,000 meters above surface level, and we're starting to see some land formations appearing. I've set all the parachute hatches to open at 1500 meters, which should be enough to stop our momentum. Oh, okay, yep, we've just loaded some planet. Okay, let's turn the forwards thrusters on, let's put the override all the way up, and we will disconnect from the ship. And there it goes. There it goes. It's off. So that has its own internal parachute system, and it should land somewhere on the planet. It will chew through its thrusters, but we should be fine. And all of these parachute hatches are stocked. Just to double check that, let's check on them. Yep, they're all been stocked with 2 canvases. That thruster pack's off on its own. It may make it back into orbit, it may not, but if it lands we'll know where it is. And we are in free fall over the planet. We're about 6,000 meters up. So we're still going at about 100 meters a second, reaching 2,500 meters above the surface. All the land formations have come into view, and we're almost to the ground. So our parachutes should deploy any second now. And here we go. They did not deploy. Let's open those up. Something's wrong. Something is not right. Parachutes have not opened, and we are about to make contact. Oh, there we go. Oh, she's a bit wobbly. And we're rolling a bit. Okay. Let's turn this around. And there we go. We have made it to the surface. Bit of a bumpy landing. Let's get onto some flat ground and take inventory of what's just happened. I am amazed, firstly, that the parachute hatches didn't open. And secondly, that we hit the ground going at 100 meters per second. And it looks like we've taken virtually no damage. Let's put the parking up. Alright, we'll jump out. We're in atmosphere, we got planetary gravity. Lovely view from the cockpit. So let's open this up. Okay, let's get our ramps going. Alright. Looking good so far. Let's have a look at the control panel and see if we can spot any damaged parts. Not that I can see. There was an explosion when we landed. But so far I'm not seeing any damage. Not seeing any damage. That may have just been the suspension taking the hit for us. Wow. Okay, yeah, no damage whatsoever. No damage at all. Where'd that thruster pack make it to? Okay, the base thrusters are up in the sky. Let's see if that number goes up or down. No, they may have landed up on the outcropping over there. Shit. I mean, not bad for dropping into space. Like, that's the signal we came from up there. We traveled 500,000 meters. We traveled 500 kilometers to get here. Our parachutes malfunctioned, and we hit the ground at 100 meters a second. No damage whatsoever. The rover's fine. It was roaming around as you saw there. No damage, doors work. Atmosphere's treating us well. I'd say that was a pretty successful landing. Like, that wasn't bad at all. We've even got the base thrusters nearby, only 2.6 kilometers away. That was a pretty successful landing, if I say so myself. We made it. We made it to the planet. We got a lovely view to treat ourselves to after all that space travel. Frame shift drive is with the thruster pack, so there's some good components and resources in that we can go and retrieve. We've got the med bay fully functioning down here, cryopods. It's a fully functioning base sitting in atmosphere. Fully self-contained, so let's close these doors up. Super satisfying watching these doors come up. Covers the windows, fits nice and flushly against the side of the craft. Bam, there we go, all closed up. So let's jump back in the cockpit. And one thing I haven't been able to do for ages. Yeah, atmosphere. We love it. So we can now move off in the rover, start setting up some communication posts on the planet. Let's bring our rear door up. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, that's me in the rover base on Earth.